kill my brother.
Whatever you pray for is about to happen, so y'all just drink plenty of water, because we ain't stopping.
We are on the set of biopic, the Teresa Rowland story, First Lady of EMF. And this is the family.
What's up, everybody? Listen, I came to Omega Mindset. It was absolutely phenomenal. Listen, I'm excited about what's going on in them, through them, and by them, and for them. It's going to be amazing. Y'all be looking out for it. All right, take care.
It took me too long to get where I am. You shot a hostage. The department wants to make sure you're fit to return to duty.
I don't remember inviting you to the briefing. Not only was she stabbed multiple times in the chest, this was carved in her forehead.
The killer is playing a game of chess. I know chess. Give me a chance. They go together. Pawn to c4. It's a chess move.
There's been another murder.
White Knight, from the carving on his head, safe to assume it's another chess move.
Press is gonna have a field day with this. They're gonna say we got another serial killer on our hands here.
There's been another murder.
As you can see, things are heating up around here. You need to back away from this case. Someone's gonna take the fall for this, and I don't want it to be you.
He wants the world to know how brilliant he is. I suggest that you remove her from the case immediately. I can solve this. You know I can.
Hey y'all, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Making the Cut with me, Tressa Azarel, where I am bringing on phenomenal filmmakers, producers who are showcasing their work, and we get to make the decision together whether they make the cut or not. All right? So if this is your very first time joining Making the Cut, or your very first time being on the Megamind Media official YouTube page, giving some claps to you. All right, you need to take some time to go back, watch our previous Making the Cut sessions. Also, go back and watch our Real Success sessions. We have a lot of good information here. I think most people come to the Megamind YouTube page to watch our shorts, to see all the good content that we put out, but they forget it's a lot of knowledge here, honey. It's a lot of knowledge. If you don't know a lot about me, spend some time going to my social media page, CEO Azarel. I do a lot of teaching. It's what I love to do. Before I started making movies, I was a school teacher, and so I love to teach. It's in my heart forever. That's why I have mentees and I have a mentorship group, because I love doing what I love, okay? So hoping that you do what you love as well. So we're gonna get started. Tonight's guest, I'm so proud of her. Before I bring her on, I wanna tell you that the reason why I'm so impressed is because she used to be an author. Well, she still is an author. I don't know why I do that sometimes, saying used to be, just because she's transitioned now into a filmmaker. She is still an author. And she is turning a lot of her books into movies. And because that's how I got my start, turning books into movies, when I started Megamind Media almost 10 years ago with my brother-in-law, my family, my friends. We had a dream and we was like, let's do it. Didn't know if it was going to be a success, and it was. So when I see LaQuita and I hear about her story, I get excited. So I'm going to bring her on. I need everybody to just show her some love because this is great when you really just believe in yourself enough to just say, I'm going to do it. I'm diving in. I don't even know whether I'm going to drown, but I'm in. I'm going in. So let's bring on our guest, LaQuita.
Hi.
Oh, LaQuita, you should have told me, honey. You came suited and booted. You look good.
Listen, thank you. Look, I had to show up with the queen. You know, I had to show up looking gorgeous as you. I'm like, yes, I can't come half stepping.
You look amazing, honey. And I was just talking about just the fact of how proud I am of you because a lot of times it's one thing to get to the finish line for your very first film, but we're going to talk tonight about how many films you've shot. We're going to share a lot of knowledge for people out there who are thinking that they cannot do it, right? Because it's really, really good to inspire people and let them know that they can do it. And sometimes you got to do it scared. You got to do it while making mistakes. You got to do it with having to pick your face up off the ground like, okay, that didn't work, but I'm going to keep doing it. And so that's what it's all about, getting to the finish line and figuring out how to do the next one better. So I am very, very proud of you. I'm excited to see, where all of your content will end up, how your upcoming content will turn out. I'm just really excited for you and your journey.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, LaQuita.
Yes.
I want you to start by telling everyone how many books you have written. I want you to start there. And then I want you to talk about your very first book to film adaptation. And I want you to tell the truth because people love out here. I call it flossing and faking. They like, yes, I shot my first film and I made 2 million lies. They do it all the time. They just get on here. And so we like to operate in honesty. And that's why I love having guests on who are just willing to share. All right. So give it to us, honey.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. So I published my first book in 2014, self-published it, and I had some publishers reach out to me and they were like, oh my God, I'm getting all kind of readers that are looking for your content. What do you have next? So my first goal was to just put out this one book, and I had so many women reaching out just saying it was just touching to them. It inspired them. I've written 20 books. That's literally how many books I wrote. And that's because once I wrote a part one, people were coming back and like, okay, there's got to be more with these characters because I'm a character driven writer. So because they wanted more, I ended up doing 2 to 3 series for each novel that I put out. And once I put out those books, those 20 books, went to book festivals and all of that, I ended up adapting one of my books in 2021 and took characters from it. And when I just tell you that it was just overwhelming, the production and just the process of learning how to get actors and reaching out to them when you're nobody. Nobody knows you. Nobody trusts you to take them onto your set and under their wing and do things for them, give them that exposure, basically. So it was really tough trying to do that first book to film adaptation. And like I said, I just pulled characters from it, gave them a storyline. And I knew that during the time, suicide prevention was real. And so I wanted to take a character from that book and just basically put into The Bodyguard. The Bodyguard was my first film. And so I gave this character, social media was hot. So I said, let's put this character into a world where social media is hot and suicide is the main thing that she's struggling with. And how does she overcome it? And with that, it was one of those things where I just like, I don't care how this film gets done. People need to be inspired by something. They need to be saved and they need that voice. So I was willing to get 10 toes down and to just put any money I could find, whether it was income tax money, finding a credit card here and there, finding a loan, just something to be able to say, okay, if you come on my set, I don't have a lot of money, but this is what I can do. Who can I find with a camera that knows knowledge about it? Who knows editing? I try to find all those people. What house can I use? What locations do I have? How can I get this done?
Wow. And what year was that?
2021.
Okay. So first movie in 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. And then how long did it take for you to get distribution for your first movie?
It took me a year. because I did my research. I wanted to research and see, okay, where is this going? Because I knew my audience, but I wanted to see, okay, where can I get this at? Do I self-distribute? What's the odds of finding someone who would actually want it? And so I just did my research, and it ended up being sent to a lot of different distribution companies, and even just independent, up where you can upload your film and they say yay or nay to whether they want it. They ask you to make changes. So it came out in 2023. It literally took me a year, though, to actually get to acquisition, which a lot of people don't know about. There's a lot of steps to this, to just film. It's not shooting it, getting a camera, going out there. You literally have to wow a network or a streaming platform to say, okay, I'm gonna give you a chance. Let's get this paperwork in order and let's put it on a platform.
I love that. I love that. Well, again, I'm a cheerleader right now. We are proud of you. Say, we are proud of you.
Yes,
hey. All right. So, first film, shot it in 2021. You believed in yourself so much that you doubled down and you went back.
Yes.
So take us through right now in 2025. You've shot how many movies?
I have shot 15 movies.
15 movies, and that is literally since 2021. So we're talking, what, 4 years now?
Yes, ma'am.
15 movies, that averages to about 3 to 4 movies a year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
So take us through when the change happened where you could pump them out a little bit faster. What was the defining moment where you were like, you know what, I got to step this up a little bit more?
The defining moment was, sadly, it was when COVID happened. I was non-essential and I didn't really have time to do nothing else but write. I was not working, and I was really down about the fact that, okay, you're non-essential, you go home, you don't have a job anymore. And I decided to enroll in TV and film school at University of Memphis and get my degree in it. And once I did that, I was like, my advisor was like, well, what are you waiting on? Do some more. And I was like, really? And she's like, yes, don't wait on anyone else to green light you. Just shoot some more, keep shooting it. And I was like, well, first I need to set my goals. Let me see, what do I want to do? How many movies do I want to do a year? How do I plan on doing these movies? How much money do I plan on putting into these movies? And what is the overall goal that I want to achieve? How can I help others achieve their goals by doing these movies within so much time in a year? So with that being said, I just started planning. And it's funny because I make short and long-term goals for myself, but I also made them for each film. Each individual film had short and long-term goals, and I made deadlines. I made deadlines that were so critical for me to meet that I had no choice but to meet them. I made and forced myself to meet deadlines to see how many movies I could do in a year. And once I was able to do 3, I was like, this is it. This is the number that I can do, because I'm literally finding locations where we can literally shoot about 20 to 30 scenes in one day. We can get enough actors on set to where it's not overcrowded. We can pull in enough actors to make this look like a good movie. And that's what I did. That's when I ended up finding it. It was during the time of COVID. And after that, it was just feet on the ground and it was running.
Oh my goodness. And then tell everybody where your hometown is, where you're shooting these movies. And what is that like? Because, whenever we have a lot of filmmakers that they live in areas where they don't feel the actors are there. They don't feel that there's enough crew to be able to crew up. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm based in Memphis, and that's where a majority of my films were. And the thing about shooting in Memphis is there's talent in Memphis, but there's also the urge to find, okay, how can I get this actor from this city to come to my city, and how do I put them in a film? Because when you're online and you're being a producer and a director, it's not just about, oh, I want to get a project out. It's about, okay, who is going to take this project and put as much passion into these characters as I am? So that was very important to me. So once I started getting actors to come to Memphis, some of them were like, well, listen, I don't know if I can come, but if you can come to my city, we can make something happen. And I know this actor and this person, and they want to work with you. And then just the opportunities of being able to not only film in Memphis, but to be able to travel and to film in places like Detroit, in Houston, Nashville, Atlanta. Those were some of the other places that I went, but it was just like, wow, I don't have to just have Memphis actors and people come to Memphis. They are literally want me to come to them too. And that's pretty much how I decided to cast and operate in a lot of my films.
I love it. So right now I know all too well what it's like when you have a lot of films, like all of them are your babies, right? You know,
Yes.
I thought about it. I have produced roughly 35 films to this day. Well, you know what, 33 and some series, right?
Yes.
Um, but every project has a special place in my heart, right? For different reasons. So when I ask you this question, you know I understand, right?
Yes.
What is your favorite project from the
Mhm.
perspective of the aesthetics? Like you look at it, forget about whether it made money or
Mhm.
not, right?
Yeah.
Forget
Mhm.
about whether the actors behaved.
Yeah.
It is about aesthetically. Man, I'm proud of myself. That's a good looking movie. Which one would it be?
It would be The Housekeeper.
Ooh, okay. So have y'all seen The Housekeeper? Okay, and it's on Tubi right now, right?
Yes.
Where else can we see The Housekeeper?
You can also see it on Prime Video.
Okay.
I believe it's streaming on other independent platforms. I have to kind of look them up, but it varies. If you pull up Apple TV, it's on Apple TV. If you got the app, you can look at it on your iPhone if you got an iPhone. Um, I think one of the main things was that people are still asking for it. So it's like it's still pending in other channels where people are like, okay, this is hot on Tubi, this is hot on Prime Video. Like, how can we get this? So it's definitely in several streaming platforms.
Okay, and so what year did you release The Housekeeper?
I released that last year in 2024.
Okay, 2024. All right, let's see. So 2024. So is there Housekeeper Part 2?
Yes, Housekeeper
Okay.
Part 2 comes out in May next
Okay,
month.
and so you've already shot it.
Yes.
Okay, and where did you shoot that one?
That was shot in Detroit.
Okay, okay. Well, I can't wait to watch it. We're all gonna watch The Housekeeper.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes.
And be ready for Housekeeper Part 2. What
Yes.
is the project that is most recently on your tab? And I know we're gonna see a trailer tonight. What are we gonna end up watching tonight?
We're gonna watch the Housekeeper's trailer tonight.
For Part 2?
For Part 1.
For Part 1. Okay, so we're gonna
Yes.
end up seeing Part 1. Okay,
Yes.
now here's another question. And
Yes.
for the team, they're gonna tee up the trailer. We're gonna watch it maybe in about 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Another question I have is when you're thinking about financially, right? Because
Mhm.
again, as filmmakers, when we look at our projects, sometimes it's like, oh, that was shot really well. That's my favorite.
Yes.
Then you'll look at something and you're like, hey, listen, this has made me a lot of money as an independent filmmaker. I shot it for a small amount and
Yes.
I made this much. So as far as profit, this is the one.
Mhm.
What is the name of that project?
It is actually The Housekeeper.
Okay.
And yes, it is a housekeeper. And it's crazy that you said that because on this particular film, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. We lost locations that I had set in place. I had to reassign some of the lead actors at the last moment. And that was a financial burden on me. And I was like, I'm never going to come back from this. Like my husband will tell you, the first night of production, I literally cried because I had no idea of what was going to happen. We got put out of our locations that we were at. And I'm the queen of finding locations because I'm budget friendly, but at the same time, I find stuff that, okay, you can shoot 10 different scenes here. It looks like grandmama's house over here, auntie bedroom over here, cousin's living room right here. Like I literally had everything nailed down to a T and we got put out of location. So I had to find other locations and invest more money into the project. I had to pay for flights for other actors to come into Detroit. And I was like, I'm never going to bounce back from this. This is just like mind blowing. And I'm just at a deficit. And when I tell you God came through, and doubled what I thought I could get off of this film, got me back the money I put in plus some, and then was like, listen, like it is just amazing of the financial things that I put into my movies. But this one right here, I didn't even think I was going to get no money back because I was like, I took a deficit, you know, I took a loss, and it was like, okay, I had to do it though. I was like, if this movie does not get made and the story does not get told, it's not going to get told, and I have to. And so I think that just my drive to do it and everything, is just knowing that the financial burden was on me, whether I took a loss or not. I think that's why God blessed me tenfold on this one here.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, because you know, a lot of times when filmmakers set out to do something, finances, for clarity, is the one thing that makes people go, oh,
yes,
I don't want to go any further, right? It's the money scares people in terms of investing in yourself, and not just in the film and entertainment industry. I think in a lot of industries, as a business owner, small business owners in particular, whenever money is involved, people get afraid. And you're like, I don't know if I should do this. I think about, like, even where I am today, I have had to take so many financial risks where it was like, if I didn't do that, I would not be where I am today. I even remember when I first got a mentor, people were like, why would you be paying somebody that much money? I said, because I want them to teach me everything they know so I don't make the same mistakes.
That part. Yes.
And it has paid off. It has paid off. So I'm glad you invested in yourself. I'm glad that, you know, we already know how the Lord do. He come through, make it right. Just look at, just testing you to see if you got faith. Okay.
It's a test.
You came through. So we're now going to just stop and show the trailer for The Housekeeper. I'm excited.
Yes.
All right, let's watch it, y'all. Let's watch it.
I'm supposed to just sit around and watch my mama struggle with the bills that he left you? Man, hell no, Mom, I'm not built like that.
You're not built for what's out there either, son.
So I give you the keys to the city, and this how you gonna do me?
I give you my word. By the end of the first semester, I'll be done, Mama. I'll be out.
You stealing from me? Huh?
Zeus.
It's all good.
Take this time off to process and to grieve.
So now you know my life. Like, I ain't got nowhere else to go.
The owners, they want to talk to somebody like you before they want to sign that deal for me.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I ain't the top real estate investor in the country for nothing.
What I think it is. You got Zeus got us still.
Bro, the way that nigga got out the game, the fans come knocking, we may be the ones to go down first.
She said about housekeeping.
You know, this is a big mistake. I'll do everything in that contract except sleep with you.
Well, I'm curious to know, like, if you found out who killed your son, what would you do?
Who killed my son? Get off me! Get the fuck off me!
I'm sorry!
Hey, to love it, nigga. I'm on top.
But he got some new hoe watching his crib.
I can assure you that every penny that Draco stole, you'll get back, and then some. The motherfuckers tried to kill me! You gotta let me handle this for you.
She's a housekeeper. I checked her background.
At least we know she can clean up messes.
No!
Honey. Okay. Oh my goodness. So now I gotta watch, right? You know, I gotta
Yes.
I love
Yes.
that. I love that, LaQuita. Oh my goodness, I'm proud, proud, proud.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
so I have a question. So
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier that during COVID,
Mhm.
you went to school for
Mhm.
the industry. What were your specific classes, and why did you choose those?
My specific classes was TV studio and film production.
Okay.
And I chose those classes because I wanted to be able to work, whether it was on the independent or the studio side, at a broad level. So not only was I in broadcasting to where I was doing live productions,
Okay.
newscasting, switching cameras, going from one camera to the next, floor directing, whether I was on the floor saying punch up camera two. I did all of those things, and actually they took me through post production. They took me through regular production. They took me through directing. They took me through screenwriting. So I would know every single aspect of a production, no matter whether it was the independent or studio. And I did that because I really did it just to be doing it so that I could have the education, but I had no idea that God was putting me through these classes because I would possibly end up doing a lot of these jobs on my own. So God was like, listen, you may not see it yet. You may think that you may have the whole squad. And just in case if you don't have the squad, let me tell you something, you won't have to wait on anybody in case you have to do a production. You can literally do it from start to finish. And that's how I took my classes.
I love that. And you know what else I love about that is, listen, if at any moment, because you now have that skill set and you decided to invest in yourself and take those classes,
Yes.
if you wanted to go get a job somewhere, you
Yeah.
felt like, hey, you know,
Yes.
it's like, oh, I can go do this too. That's what I love about just my education, the educational side of what I do.
Mhm.
Because I love teaching. If I ever
Yes.
wanted to go into a classroom, I would go right
Mhm.
in and teach. If I wanted to teach on a college level, I could do it. Like having those extra skill sets is great just because you know, all of us, we go through
Mhm.
seasons in life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I meet some filmmakers, and at one point, they're like, hey, I've decided that I want to be a director, right? You change up and you're like,
It
oh, this is what I want to do now. And
yeah.
then we have, you know, people who are actors who finally say, hey, I want to direct. And so it's at any point in time, all of us, we go through these seasons where we want to change up, but getting
Mhm.
that knowledge, getting that skill set is key, right?
It
So
is.
I don't think you understand how much you're inspiring us on so many levels just because
Thank
you
you.
went back to school to get that knowledge. Seeking knowledge is key. I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
right now, to the day I die, I'm going to constantly take classes. I'm going to read books. I'm
Yes.
going to seek knowledge.
Mhm.
I'm a forever student. And that's a
Mhm.
huge part of being successful.
It is. It is. Even now, outside of school, I'm always online pulling up PDFs or just looking for, okay, is there, a quick session I can watch, to learn this from? If I pull up YouTube, is there somebody else, doing something that I'm doing that I'm not familiar with in a certain area? It's like, okay, how can I see what they're doing in order to just soak it up? And I'm a sponge when it comes to information. I love learning things. So I'm still learning to this day.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, LaQuita, before
Yes.
we get off, I
Yes.
want you to think about top 2 tips that you would tell a filmmaker slash producer who is
Mhm.
thinking about shooting their very first film,
Mhm.
or maybe they've shot it already, they're looking for distribution, but they're still new to this, right?
Mhm.
What would you tell them that you would do differently now, or that any advice you would give them to help them along the way?
Definitely. The main two things is one, be organized. Being organized is so important. I come from a corporate background, so for me, organization came easy. I always did employee manuals. I'm a technical writer first, even before I started. So I knew how to throw up manuals. I knew how to train a class and just to set up classes and teach people things. So it came easy with directing. I was able to tell people what to do because of that. But be organized is so important. And number two, be open to having others help you. I can't tell you how important that is. You don't want to do everything on your own. It's not fun doing everything on your own. If you can delegate any duty, please do. Don't try to do it all on your own.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And so I know that your new road is going to be that you want to have bigger budgets,
Yes.
that you want to be on big screens, big networks. You know, I want you to tell me
Mm-hmm.
in the next year,
Mm-hmm.
what can we expect from LaQuita? Where can we expect? Like, we're manifesting right now. Where
Yes.
can we expect to see your work? What
Mhm.
type of cast are we going to see in your movies? Because
Yes.
I believe in manifestation and working hard and putting in that work, and that's how it happens, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us what we can expect to see.
Within the next year, you can expect to see my movies landing on major networks like BET. They'll be landing on Tubi, but as Tubi originals, and I'm manifesting Netflix. The people that you will see in the cast that you will see will definitely be some A-list celebrities and some celebrities that I admire that are open to doing filming in the independent space and at a studio level. That's what I've manifested, and that's what I'm working towards, really hard towards.
Oh, I love it. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
We'll all get to go to your premiere. And I think what we need to do is bring this interview back up and play it at the beginning.
Mhm.
So we're like, remember that day?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, LaQuita, I look forward to seeing more work from you. Tell
Yes.
everybody how they can follow you and if there's a website or a place where they can go to see all of your films.
Yes, absolutely. You can follow me on social media, on Facebook and on Instagram at LaQuita Longhorn and at Mid-South Films, as well as I am on LinkedIn and on other platforms like X at LaQuita Longhorn. And then other than that, I do have a website, and it is www.midsouthfilms.com.wordpress.
Mid-South Films.
Yes.
I love it. Did y'all catch that? Say it for them one more time, a little slower. www.
Yes.
What?
www.midsouthfilms.wordpress.com.
I love it. I'm excited, y'all. Please go check it out. You know how we support each other. And again, go back and watch all of Making the Cut so you
Yes.
can see other filmmakers, share insight. I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you,
So
LaQuita. I know I'll be talking to you soon, okay?
yes, ma'am.
She made the cut, y'all. She made the cut.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Well, I saw I'll let you know that your man is down at the Shadow Gallery, hugged up with some hoe. Who's my number, nigga?
From now on, I'm only fucking with young niggas. Fine as hell. I mean, body, face. I just wanna, help my man out. And I'll make sure I show you how grateful I am. And you better not be with no bitch. I heard you tell them you like older women. And that you charge a fee. That young nigga come over tonight. As a matter of fact, he is.
Like I said, nigga, they paying, I'm laying.
Who would you a con artist that'll fuck any and everything walking?
Harvey on it? I bought it just for you. I did it to her!